Jesus.
I wish I started recording that like 2 seconds.
Sorry.
Welcome back to the Bar Talk Podcast. I am Andy, your host. I'm joined today.
I know. What is wrong with you?
I told you I forgot all about this until like Dan texted last night. Like, we doing this? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's right.
You can't blame me.
Oh,
because you picked the day.
It's not our fault this time.
I'm not blaming anybody. It was just.
I just need to know if I need to set my alarm for 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You still should have said
So you
9
said for
o'clock.
10.
Because
Split the difference for 9:45.
splitting it.
Yeah.
I know. I hit snooze a couple times.
No shit.
So those voices are Dan Mahoney of Stats,
Yo.
Jess Hamill of New World Tavern, where we're recording today.
Hello.
And Karl Heine, Tulsa Tavern and New World Tavern.
Hello, everybody.
So we're going to do some questions.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
Jess
sounded
is-
like that was the first one.
Right. Question?
So the question was going to be like, I think Jess has one.
What? No.
Oh, I thought you
I
were
don't
gonna
have
one.
shit. Again, this is not our fault this time. Because we
You were
did
not blackout drunk and decided this
I'll
episode.
ask the
Exactly.
first question.
All right.
What?
Our topic, maybe more
Sure.
than a question.
Steer the ship, Karl.
So, somebody came up to me and said, oh, at such and such a bar, you should check it out. They make real cocktails.
Opposed to
So-
imaginary ones?
Right.
Like Coke?
Well, I guess they're more mixologists than a bartender, if you will.
Yeah.
So they have suspenders on.
And there's
But-
sawdust on the floor.
They said, it took 10 minutes to get a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, so what happens if they're a busy bar? You're never going to be able to get a drink
Yep.
with the way that they're doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it bad not to have fresh homemade ingredients in your cocktail? Or should you just be the usual cocktail bar?
I mean, you could still, have homemade stuff. You just don't need to, make the homemade stuff right there in front of somebody. We make our own, simple syrups, and we do all sorts of different stuff. But it still doesn't take us 10 minutes to
And they
make
don't
it
free
great.
pour. Not that that's a bad thing, but
Right.
I think it takes that much longer once you measure every single ingredient that's going into that drink.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that the drink's going to come out perfect every time.
Right. And that's what they're going for.
Right.
For the most part.
But I think that's the thing. I think it's about managing your expectations. So, if I
Right.
walked into New World Tavern and I ordered a drink, and chances charring, some smoking the glass, and,
Right.
I don't even know why they do it, but instead of just making a frozen ball, they take a cube and shrink it down to that.
Yeah,
Saw that
yeah.
shit, I'd be what are we doing here?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
What is
this
happening?
silly.
I'm thirsty.
But if I went to a place like Honey Baby, that's kind of part of the expectation.
Right. But
But can they pull that off when you're busy or
Right,
customers
that's-
not coming back because, hey, listen, I ordered 2 drinks and it took us an hour?
Well, you can't do that if you're a high volume bar. That would.
Right.
My bar could never do that. 'cause
Right.
We're just Tito soda, shots of Jameson, Bud Light, same thing
Yeah.
Mission Sports over there. They're not gonna. Yeah, they're going for get as many things out, but
Well, really, what you'd have to do is staff more people
Yeah.
to handle fewer
Yep.
people.
well, even that you can only
If you're
fit
done.
so many people behind a bar.
Sure, right.
I mean, not here. You could
I
40
know.
people behind you.
Yeah.
we still bump into each other. Yeah, I know. It's
And I'm sure the drinks are delicious, but
Sure.
is it worth it? Are you going to lose customers by not having it, or is that your niche? And you're, like you say, you're small enough and you can handle it.
I
Right.
think it's you gotta know. I mean, hopefully most people walk in there knowing what they're gonna get.
Mm.
When Honey Baby, when I walk in knowing that's the kind of bar you're gonna go to. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be I'm thirsty now, give me my fucking drink. It's almost like painting a picture for them.
yeah.
And if I don't have time for fucking watercolors to dry, then I'm gonna go over to Main Street and get a Jameson, fucking
Right.
a Bud Light.
And I think that's the other thing is it's just a different. I think it's a smaller clientele that's going to go there, so I don't think you're going to get Main Street busy at Honey Baby
Right.
ever.
You don't go there in a rush.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
any of those, not just there, any cocktail bar. It's
Right.
not a place to get in and fuck out. It's not a pub crawl bar.
Right.
You're going there for
No, it
an
definitely is
hour or
not.
two.
Because it's funny. The first time I ever went into Honey Baby was on a bar crawl.
Yeah.
I think we
Really?
walked. Yeah, because they had just opened, and so we were like, "Oh, let's go check it out." And we walked in, and immediately we're like, "Ah, shit!" Because again, there was I don't know, 15 of us.
Yeah.
And it just took forever to get
It's also
anything.
a place where I go and I'll have one.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not looking to go
Yeah.
let's go out drinking.
Right. So then, okay. So if the place is small, you only have one. Your turnover is not much. how do you survive on something like that?
Well,
Do you know
it's
what I'm
not
saying?
just one person.
It's
go
a
for
$19 drink.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and then they have food, but it's not like in most cocktail bars. I don't think they like pump out a shit ton of food,
Yeah.
right? Like it's maybe like tapas or like small plate food, like all that stuff. So again, like you'd have to charge a lot more for your food, even though it's not a lot of food.
Well, like I think that like a place like that or any of these cocktail bars, it's like a date night bar. So you're going there knowing you're gonna spend a couple hours.
Yeah,
So it's not as much turnover. It's like people are, if you're going there, most people.
right.
So they probably do more table service than they do
Oh, for
bar
sure.
service.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can only sit at the bar, and they do that. They make bar chairs uncomfortable, so you get the fuck up and leave.
Just put like thorns on everybody's
Yeah.
chairs.
Well, think like the high top chairs, like there's
Yeah.
no cushion on them.
Right.
You don't want people sitting there for 47 hours.
With somebody
drinking
with the
one
last
Bud
name
Light.
of Heine, you would imagine you'd want everyone's butts
Well,
to
he's
be
got his own
comfortable.
throne.
Okay. Next question.
So there's a couple here about NFL ticket. So this is probably like more of a Dan thing. Like you guys,
Let's go. I've definitely answered this already, but I'll answer it again.
So this is why are you hearing NFL ticket this year? DirecTV or YouTube? Someone else has anyone looked into NFL ticket for 2023? DirecTV says not with them, and YouTube confused. Like
It's with DirecTV. DirecTV paid YouTube a fuck ton of money so they could still have it, but that's the only place you can get it is either YouTube TV or DirecTV. So if you're doing it for your bar, you need DirecTV because you cannot stream YouTube on 47 TVs or your
Right.
whole internet will die.
That's true.
The most informative answer I've ever given on bar talk.
I know. Wow.
yeah,
look
no,
at
that's
you.
really like,
That was like
How
directed
much-
to the point.
How much does the NFL ticket bring to your bar?
Right.
that was
A
my
ton for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for you. Right.
Sundays we have to pick because we have like 40 something TVs. Every TV has what games are playing on that. We don't
Yeah.
change TVs, and especially being in Boston where no one lives that's from there.
Right.
People come all over to watch their team play.
Yeah.
So like football Sundays for us is our biggest.
Yeah,
time of
I've
year.
been to places where they like label the TVs like
Yeah.
this TV's gonna have this game on and that TV and
That
yeah,
way
you're right, they don't change it.
You
It's
don't
just,
fight
it is
over
what
want
it
to
is.
watch the Bengals, and Karl wants
Yeah.
to watch the
Right.
Eagles.
Right. But for places like us,
No,
It's
it doesn't
not-
make
it's not
sense
worth
because you
it.
guys don't have.
it's not worth it.
Right.
Well, even Main Street Sports Bar and Grill, like
Yep.
they don't do like the extra packages and stuff.
No.
They don't do
Like we have everything.
NFL
We have baseball, basketball, hockey,
Yeah.
fucking
Do you get the UFC fights?
yes.
Yeah. We get a
just
lot
started.
of people calling about that too.
Yeah. It sucks because those, the way they start, like, they don't end sometimes till after 1 o'clock, and no
Right.
matter what, our
Oh,
TVs are off by
yeah.
1 o'clock. Like,
That's true. I still want to watch him
Yeah.
fight. Oh, okay.
sorry, bro.
You guys can go fight in the street and figure it
Yeah.
out yourself.
They do that too, so without UFC sometimes. So I
Yeah,
don't
that's
need
true. Yeah,
encourage that
don't
behavior.
poke the bear.
I always feel like football makes places around here dead.
Well, again, I
Yeah.
think everybody goes to a sports bar because they want that atmosphere too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we're quieter, but we have music. We'll put the games
Right.
on,
Yeah.
but we have music in the background, live music.
Yep.
Right.
And people still come out for the live music. Nobody cares about the game.
Yeah.
They'll still be on the TV. It just won't have sound on.
Right.
Now, is that more recent because the Patriots are fucking terrible? Like
No.
when they
I
were
think you've
really
always
good,
done
were
that,
they?
right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we've always done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been in places where they cancel the band for the game.
Oh,
or
yeah.
They won't let the band start until after the game.
Yep.
We had a comedy show, and it was during a Bruins playoff. They didn't have the sound on, but they kept the game on behind the comic.
That's
Guess what
kinda
wa-
odd.
Guess what was not good that day?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a little. I don't know. That's,
Yeah,
that's
I mean-
like straight rude.
Yeah,
It sucks, but I kind of get it. Like,
right.
Because
Yeah.
you don't want people to say, all right, I'm not going to the fucking comic.
Yeah.
because I
They
wanna watch
already
the
bought
game."
a ticket. You know?
Right.
It's like,
Right.
I mean, I can see if it was a
Yeah.
Super Bowl or a playoff game that you would maybe cancel the band and,
Yeah.
and have the game.
Yeah.
But during a regular season, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like we if it's like I was gonna say I don't even think like for a Bruins playoff or anything we cancel any or
No.
because especially on the weekends we
But
definitely
when it
don't.
is a playoff
But-
game, we do get slower because people have their man towns now and
Yeah.
their big screen TVs,
Yep.
and you
Yeah.
can get every game on every channel.
Yeah, and everybody just has people over their house.
Yeah, like what we do is we always have a DJ that plays, and his job is literally to play during commercials,
Yeah.
timeouts, halftime, and all that. And
Yeah.
That way, it's like you know, like you hit halftime and everyone's like, oh, that energy just goes out of the room for a minute. So it's he's really there just to keep everyone fired up still.
Just keep the crowd
Keep
going.
them all blackout drunk.
That sounds terrible.
What time do you guys open on Sundays?
9 a.m.
You do? Every
9
day?
a.m.?
Yep. Not every day.
No.
Hey everyone, it's a celebrity guest, Jeff Nardone.
Yo!
Hello.
Karl, sorry.
What's going on? Look at this. We got people stopping by and everything.
Yeah.
Jeff hasn't been on an
I've
episode
been
in a while.
inviting him like for the last 8 times. And he's always like, you never invite me. You never invite me.
Well, you finally paid me. So.
Don't fucking tell that. to
Wait,
them.
you got paid?
Yeah. I still haven't got a fucking hat yet.
I know, right? What's going on, Jeff?
Not much. Not much.
Yeah, we're just, doing a little talky talk.
Talking about playing football.
Sports and
So answer. Jeff, of course, is from Mayflower Brewery. We're talking about football on Sundays. Does it bring business in or does it hurt you?
Football on Sundays for us hurts. I think we could lean into it more, but you guys already do that with the
Right.
TVs and everything. So
Somebody can silence themselves.
real nice, Jess.
It was reminding me to tell you guys how lovely you are. That was my alarm.
11 o'clock, the lovely.
So it hurts you as a brewery.
it hurts our tap room. I
That's
mean,
what I meant.
obviously package store sales, and then the one place everybody goes for a game or something like that for
Right.
away games. Away night games might do better. I don't know. You guys would know better, but
Yeah, we were-
for us, it definitely does not help.
Do you have TVs at the chat room?
We have one.
One.
That's part of the issue. Like, you wouldn't go there for a
Yeah.
viewing unless
Comedy in
maybe
the
it's
back
a creature
Right.
double feature, double horror
Yeah.
movie, and you show it on a movie screen,
Right.
Or something like
Yeah.
if somebody that had that
Yeah.
level of genius came
Yeah.
up with that idea.
There's
he's
been places.
not looking at me; he's looking at his face.
I know.
Sorry,
He's
so I'm
He's not
researching
even
questions.
listening to your
I'm researching
compliments.
questions.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I'm trying to give him a
That's why I
Sorry.
don't say nice things about Andy.
Go again.
The alarm was
You
going.
say it again. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Just be a
No,
brief
you
light.
can. Yeah, rewind.
I'm trying to like
Rewind.
Anyway, with the one TV,
Yeah.
like people, I think when they think, hey, let's go watch something, like for me,
Yeah.
I have a group of friends, we like watching soccer, as you know, and so we'll try to get together. It's the last place I would think to go,
Yeah.
honestly, is my
Yeah.
own place. And so
Even
we end up
places-
here or we end up at
Yeah.
Speedwell or something.
Even places where like they didn't have that I've worked at, like didn't have a big sports crowd. I've tried to lean into it. Like I've tried to like make it a thing for people to come, and people just don't. It's hard to pick it up. Like even with all the TVs and all the whatever. Like
Yeah.
if you give away like free swag or you do like like a halftime raffle or like anything, and you try and make it like a big thing, it still is difficult to get people to
Well,
like go somewhere they're not normally used to going to watch a
Yeah,
sports
to get them
game.
out of their Sunday routine.
Yeah,
You really have to
yeah.
get them like week one.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that was sick. Maybe we'll go
Yeah.
there every week. Or
Yep.
yeah. Or maybe
It's tough.
preseason's the time.
So,
Right.
I wonder, actually, as we're talking about this, if you guys, probably more fit for you guys because we don't have a kitchen, but if you
Right.
guys lean into, like, the online gambling stuff that's going on and provide a ticker at the bottom and
Right.
updates, there must be a feed from DraftKings or FanDuel to bars and restaurants that would give you, like,
Well, it used to be the red
feed.
zone. Everybody would watch the red zone. So,
Right.
as
That's
soon
my
as somebody was
point.
about to score, they would switch to that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my point. Like if you said this is the home to watch it, if you're doing that, like,
Right.
and you have TVs with different games, and
Yeah.
kind of that NFL Sunday Ticket when it first came out, bars were very popular because you couldn't see your home team if
Yep.
you were from away.
Yep.
So I wonder if you can revolve, particularly in South
Right.
Boston.
yeah, you have my brain think. That's a good
Right?
idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at
There
you,
you go.
coming in hot.
Well,
Well, this is the first.
it's only going to cost you one Mayflower cake and a promo, please. Thank you very much.
A week.
A week. Thank you. Thank you.
But for the first time ever, we actually had one of the venues reach out to us, and I can't remember what the hell we have going on, but there's a Patriots preseason game coming up soon, relatively soon,
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
probably.
a couple weeks or something.
and they
yeah.
were like, "Oh, do you think we should move the event?"
for a preseason game.
Yeah, and I was like, "No one's ever asked me that before." Like,
Oh, that's strange.
yeah.
Interesting.
What's the event?
I don't remember what the date is. I don't remember.
Guy-
Wow.
It's a
Charity
when
for the
someone says
players.
nice things
I
about
told
you.
you.
It's a charity
Yeah.
for the players.
Yeah.
Make one to move the bet.
Concussion fucking fundraiser.
Yeah, that's straight for a preseason game. That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
All right.
Oh wow, Karl is.
Well,
He's done with football.
Yeah.
He's tired of football.
about football no more.
Someone said the Patriots weren't good. Now it's all now.
It's like True Blood. That's why it's True Blood So's foundation that you're trying to
Right, yeah.
cancel.
Kevin Dunn. Someone rolls into the bar and asks for a tall. I assume it's a double. Am I wrong? Didn't say tall glass. Would have been a different story.
Well, maybe he wants a tall blonde.
Yeah.
A tall, dark, and
I learned
handsome?
that the hard way.
So not you.
Yeah, I would have just assumed it was like.
Yeah,
Tall.
like
It could
tall-
mean two different things. It could be double, or it could mean in a tall glass. So you have
Yep.
to like specify.
But here, at my two places, it's a tall glass,
Yeah.
That's what
which 90% of the time we're serving anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Ours, the tall is a double.
Right.
Or not a double, whatever. they're
Right.
called.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can do
Wait. Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Double. Yeah. Yeah. When anybody comes and asks for a tall, I just say all of our drinks are the same size. They're all 16-ounce pint glasses. Do you mean you want a double? And 9 times out of 10, they're like, they don't even know.
Yeah.
They're like, what? I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna make you a regular drink.
And I mean, the tall doesn't have more alcohol in it.
It depends.
It
ours does.
depends.
Okay.
But you are correct in assuming that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Most people think if they say tall, they're gonna get a double.
They're not. They're just
But they're
getting
not.
more
They're just
soda
getting-
water.
Right. Yeah. Like I've
Yeah.
seen like the TikToks where someone's recreated.
You're on
something.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Being relevant with the
I was
fucking kids.
told the
Size
inebriar
dance.
TikTok is trash.
TikTok is trash?
No, the inebriar
Oh.
TikTok is trash. My kid told me that.
Oh.
Well, what do you put on it?
Trash? Literal
I don't
dumpsters?
fucking know. I'm not
Tim
like.
and fish dance.
First of all, that would be trash. That'd be fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like they didn't say it's trash. They said you guys are trash.
Right. Yeah. Trash.
Trash.
Just fucking live
Just
stream.
hammered.
No, they're trying to they're trying to get me to hire them to do the TikToks.
Oh.
Unpaid interns. Andy.
There you go. Slave labor.
Well, I'm trying to
Get
get
at
those
it.
too.
Get at it.
You already have it. It's us.
Not now. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Cat's out of the bag. What next?
Hang on.
Come on.
You're
What's
supposed
your
to talk.
question?
You're supposed to talk about.
Blah, 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 blah,
This has
blah.
been like the longest answers we've ever given.
I know.
honestly.
That's
Yeah, but
true.
you
That's
involved
true.
me in it, so like.
I know. Well, you yelled at me last time. Oh, you're not ready.
I know, because that was like.
You finally got the yellow.
I know.
Ever have a moment when you listen to how a neighborhood? Oh,
What?
The answer is
Sorry.
no. I don't listen.
No.
Christ. Have you
No
ever-
neighborhoods.
Have you ever had a moment where you listen to a neighboring table in a pub, wants to split the tab, and you almost just want to pick up their tab to avoid the trouble to the server?
What?
No,
No, but I want to throw a chair at them. So.
That's true. No, I ain't picking up
Now, there's
anybody's tab. I gotta
different.
pay my own
There's-
shit.
Right. If you want your own tab, or are you splitting it down the middle?
That's
Right.
not the
I
question.
feel like splitting it down the middle is like not a big deal.
No.
No.
It's funny
Most
'cause
computers fucking
Yeah,
can do it.
most-
It's just people
yeah.
being babies.
It's true. It used to be difficult when
Yeah,
like
you had to
some of
bust
the
out a
POS
fucking
systems like
Calculator and do it.
yeah. But when I first started working at T-Bones, they had like the oldest computer system I've ever seen in my life. It had like plastic on the screen and like it was just so bad. The credit card like reader it was a completely separate machine. Like it was bad.
Yep.
But it literally would not let you split checks. You could not. And so when
awesome.
people would be like, "Hey, can I?"
And this is before Venmo.
Yeah. Oh, way before. And
you imagine?
people are like, "Oh, can I
Right?
split the check?" I'd be like, "Sorry, I can't do that." Like, why you can't do it? I'm like, I literally my computer will not let me. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, you can tell me how much you want on a card, but I can't like split it and like print out separate checks and like all
Yeah.
this stuff. It wouldn't let us do it.
I'll rephrase my people are babies. Splitting a check evenly like 6 ways is not a fucking problem.
It's called a
Splitting
calculator.
a giant tab individually can be a pain in the ass.
Right.
Yes,
But I feel
especially
like-
if a lot of people are drinking the same.
But you should tell your server before you come in.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
they all want their
Yeah.
own tab.
Yeah.
Because if you have a table of 10 people and they're all drinking Bud Light, it's difficult to remember how many this
Yeah.
person had versus this person. And God forbid you get it wrong. I didn't have that many beers. It's like, oh my fucking God. Just give your buddy $5.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is.
Buy his next beer.
Right, yeah.
All right, Tyler. This is kind of a dumb question. Carl's going to say it's a dumb question.
Oh.
Because it is kind of. So I know there's nothing new under the sun, but I think I made a new drink. Vodka and cranberry is a Cape Cod.
Oh, God.
But I
Here we
made an Everclear and cranberry and call it Cape Fear. I'm like, that's.
Cape Fear? What is this, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
What does that have to do with Cape Fear?
Mark Wahlberg's in Cape Fear. No, he's in Fear. Sorry, wrong movie.
Jeez.
Wrong Fear.
Great joke, Jess.
Fuck hey, it was a dumb joke for a dumb question. What do you want
I
from me?
said it was a
We'll
dumb
edit that out.
You know your zinger didn't land,
Yeah.
Gwen.
Jokes are always funny when you have to explain them.
Exactly.
Jess didn't even laugh at her own joke.
I didn't, and that's rare.
That just sounds terrible.
And Everclear. First of all, I don't even think I've ever had Everclear.
Oh, I have, and it's not good.
It's not.
It's
Which
just-
is like,
It's just basically straight alcohol.
Yeah.
Really. It's
Yeah.
as close as you're gonna get.
there's no like. It's just like.
It's I think it's like the highest concentrated alcohol you can
So this guy made a drink, but nobody's going to drink it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds great. Put it on the
Everclear
menu.
tastes like burning, and then
It tastes
cranberry
like
juice
burning.
is gross. You're literally just drinking a yeast infection.
Ew.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
thank you.
That's what,
That's what they should call it instead
a
of
UTI,
Cape
it's a
Fear.
UTI.
There's your name. There's your name. Right there.
Friend David
Yep,
for
there you go.
Yeah.
Have the UTI.
Perfect. Yeah. God, woof. God damn. Yeah, Tyler, don't serve that drink
Yeah,
to
Tyler.
anyone.
Unless you're trying to go to prison.
I was good.
Oh, you're in prison.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I made toilet wine.
toilet wine.
and fresh squeezed
What would you call the
cranberries.
toilet Cape Codder?
What?
If it's
Hyannis.
Cape-
I was
That's
trying
how
to
you
think of
tell
which
jokes.
tape. And all Mayflower accounts were pulled from Hyannis.
We love Hyannis.
fine, you only
and
got
all
one
the
more month of them
businesses
anyway.
We do business with. My daughter goes to high school in Hyannis. We love Hyannis.
Stop saying Hyannis.
That was funny.
Just saying it over and over and over and over again.
Hyannis.
Hyannis.
Slow it down.
Next.
Sorry.
You're just pronouncing Hyannis
I know.
phonetically.
Those flip phones are pretty cool.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Who thought
If
going back
you-
to a flip phone would be
Even if you get a full pint on the pour, do you charge for the last beer of the keg?
What?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Dumb. Are you on dumbquestions.com?
Listen, you don't have any questions here. We're supposed to tag team this.
No, we weren't. I was not involved
That's
in
what
this.
the email went out yesterday.
Email.
I did decide that when I walked in 10 minutes late. Why wouldn't you charge for the last fucking
I know.
one?
Why? Because it's like,
Like,
Unless it's like, you know, when you get like the...
well, there's that, like, you know, if, keg kicks, it's like a quarter of a beer, half a beer.
Yeah,
like,
that-
you give that, yeah.
but-
yeah, but the
you said a full
well,
pour.
it depends on what kind of system you have. But if you got a fob system, you just flip the fob and you get a little bit more out of there, and you can get the full pint.
Ooh, this is clearly a lazy person that's writing an
I
email to
know.
justify not- Like, it's easier for me to type this on my phone than go fucking flip the fob.
Or you could just be super, super lazy, and depending on what kind of beer it is, just top it with the same similar beer. That's just a different. Like if you have a wheat.
I mean, you
and
figure
run
if you
out-
had
Look at
24
you.
lines, that's 24 beers you had to give away.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's for
But I mean,
water
how
and not
often
an IPA.
My thing's like, how often does that work?
What do you
Like, how often
That you get a perfect,
Yeah, you get a
pour
pour,
at the end.
and then it like kicks.
Not very often, no.
Yeah. I was gonna say usually
Especially
it's
that
that
last
frustration
one,
when it's
if you
like
don't
super
have the-
busy and
Fob that pops the fucking air and
Yeah.
blows up the beer everywhere in your face.
next.
hang on.
We have
I
a
can't believe
policy
before we
at the
we
brewery,
started this
whoever
episode,
pops
you
the keg
said
has to go get the next one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So they all, it's like,
So if
Keg
I'm back
Jagger?
there just grabbing a beer, running by, or trying to help out if I pop it.
never helping you guys again. Yeah, it's like keg Jenga. You gotta go in every day, like, all right, this keg.
That's
I'm
right.
not gonna push this beer today because I don't
That's
want to
right.
change it.
Okay.
If you know there's only a little left, you're
Yeah.
pushing something
Why
else.
not? With the regular IPA.
So this is another strange question, but I feel like could lead into some interesting conversation. Does anyone else's bar expect their bartenders to water the garden all the time in basic landscaping? I've never heard of it. Just curious. Not cutting the grass or anything, but I mean like.
yeah.
You expect
I
your
expect-
bartenders?
I expect the bartenders to water the plants outside every day.
What?
I made toast to it.
You have plants outside?
So you make the host.
Not here.
That toasts.
Oh, it's also yeah.
I think it's
Someone's
all,
got to water them.
Yeah.
I think it's all about when you hire the person what the job description is.
Yeah.
We have plenty of people that do beyond.
Well, you
their
can't say
job
that
description.
because you're going to forget something on the job description, and then they're going to say, well, that's not on the job.
That's
Say,
why-
hey, this is.
All you're saying is, can you just water the goddamn plants? Take a pitcher of water, you throw it on there, you're done.
True.
Why
Plus,
wouldn't? Why
in the job
wouldn't?
description, it's right, etc. That covers everything.
And then
And
some-
any
Dot,
other
dot,
tasks
dot.
aside.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, there's a class action lawsuit against Longhorn Steakhouse for
Making people dance.
that's Texas Roadhouse
Singing to them on their birthday.
Same thing. Yeah.
for requiring hourly staff to do things that are not in their job description and not get paid for it. So like, I guess it kind of technically falls in the lines of like side work, right? So like if you're doing side work, you're not necessarily getting paid for that because you're not waiting on your tables. So somebody did a class action
interesting.
lawsuit
Yeah.
to say that they're doing a job that they're not getting paid for.
Because
So you
their
got to
pay
be
is
careful with
tip-based.
that
That's
sometimes too.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was developed I think the lawsuit was developed in a different state.
Yeah.
So maybe it works there, but I don't know if it would work in Massachusetts. I don't know, but it's basically they're saying we're doing a job that we're not getting paid for. Is basically the bottom line.
Well, I mean, are they working 3 hours after their shift doing it? That's something they could say. But if it's part of your shift responsibilities,
Right.
then
Plus,
they shouldn't have waited. They could have done it when they had them in it.
If you're clocked in, technically you're getting paid.
Right.
That's right.
But again, like they're saying they're not because it's more than an hourly tipped job rate. You know what I mean? Like they're saying like a hostess, gets paid, more because they don't get tipped. So I guess these servers are saying, well, we're not getting tipped at this moment because we're cut. We don't have any more tables. We have to do side work. So they think that they should be getting
The
a
hourly
higher rate when they're not getting tipped.
So like 1 hour after the shift is at
I guess,
a hostess
yeah.
rate, for
The only
instance?
problem with
I
that
guess.
is I've
Account
probably done this
right?
myself.
Loading.
Yeah.
You just milk that clock to do your side work. Like if you're getting paid more money, you're like, I can
Right.
roll silverware
Yeah,
for
but
3 hours.
you could argue that about any
Yeah, about any.
job.
Right.
Yeah, that you're getting paid hourly.
for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
But where do you break it down? Are they not going to wipe the tables down
Yeah.
afterwards?
Like,
I know
Almost side
it
work.
starts to be like where's the line?
Right.
Where do you draw the line?
Well, I think that was kind of why I asked that question. Because,
Yeah.
like,
But then-
if Karl says, "Hey, Andy, I'm going to need you to water the plants outside," like, yeah, who else is going to fucking do it? Blah blah. But then he's like, "Well, I need you to pick the weeds."
right.
I'd be like,
And then I need you to build
like-
me a pergola. And
Yeah,
then I
and
need
then
you to
all of a
like
sudden, next thing you know, you are fucking mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
You're like, how did I end up here?
you got his
Right.
house just doing it.
Yeah.
paint his
So,
house.
so
Yeah.
you could, if you wanted to get really creative, what you could do is you could say, all right, when you come in for your shift, you're eligible for a weekly bonus, which is equivalent to 1 hour after your shift. So if you're scheduled for 3 a week, you'd get that. What is it?
Right.
What is minimum wage?
6. What did you say? 6.15 for tipped
I was
employees.
gonna say that's not.
No.
Yeah,
No,
you
for
mean
tipped-
minimum wage.
No,
15.
for like a
Oh,
real
15.
15. So let's say you work 2 days a week, you'd get a $30 bonus for those times. But if you don't come in, you're not eligible for that bonus, and then
There's
you
an
could
awful
do
lot of tracking, Jeff.
But you could do it weekly. You could. There is, but you don't think that the employee's going to make sure you know, like they're going to track
Right,
their own
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's true.
And when
Well,
they
I don't know.
punch
I
in,
can't
you know
get,
they're
I
there.
can't get people to
It's an
clock in
easy-
and out on time. So.
It's an easy thing, but it also could be some leverage on getting people in to do the shift.
Right, but
Right.
if a server comes in and they're making an hourly wage, it's less than minimum wage, but it's a server minimum wage.
Sure.
Right.
If they come in at noontime and there's nobody that comes into the building for an hour,
Right.
you're saying she can sit down and go on her computer for an hour because she's not getting paid? She's still getting paid. She
Right.
should be.
No, what does that
Wipe
have
it
to do
down
with
table.
anything we were just talking about?
Because
We're
what
talking
you're saying,
about doing side work,
Well,
which
yeah,
is
so
typically
what-
Right, but-
after
but-
the shift.
but
I
they're
see what you're
saying
trying to
they
say.
shouldn't be doing the side work. That's
Right.
their cost.
Which is
So
fine,
Do they
or
say,
if you do
they say
side
when you
work-
come in and there's side work to be done, you say, I'm not doing it, I'm just going to stand there and wait for my first
Well,
customer?
well, let me.
You're on the
Wow,
clock.
that sounds like an internal management thing, but I would just say
Sounds like a me
I'm
problem.
being serious.
I am
Yeah.
too.
But what I'm saying is, if you're not going to do side work, fine. But if you're going to do side work, we'll pay you minimum wage for 1 hour to do that side work. And
But then,
you might find some people that do it.
Right, but then think of it this way: in
Could be
Massachusetts,
an extra $50 a week.
in Massachusetts, we get taxed to shit. So you're still not probably gonna get paid. Like you're gonna get
Again,
paid, but you're gonna get taxed so
It's-
much on your check.
Yeah.
It's gonna go away anyway. So it's
do it
kind of
cash.
like
Yeah, but-
so do it cash then.
But it's not even like that's
Then
kind
that's
of like
no, I know that's
yeah.
that's a whole
So
other thing. But
you have a hostess. Is the hostess responsible
I would do
for
a cash
rolling?
Yeah.
I'll give you $50
What
at the end of the
percentage?
week if
Yeah.
you. I'm sorry, Ian.
Yeah, we get it. You want to do a bonus?
Well, I was
We get it, you just wanna-
not on the show anymore.
you just want to throw money everywhere.
My apologies.
No, I'm just fine. So you have a hostess.
Yeah.
If it's busy, does the hostess roll the silverware?
Yes.
Right. In a place like yours, probably. Yeah.
If it's not busy, is the expectation that the wait staff rolls the silverware?
Depends on who
It
invoices
doesn't-
more.
Yeah.
No, that's
but it's
no.
a- I mean,
It's
a-
yes. The
it's one-
expectation is the servers do.
Yeah.
So now you have a server going, wait, they get paid $15 an hour to roll the silverware. I'm getting paid $6 an hour to roll the silverware. How is that fair?
Okay, so
That's-
what I would
that
do
is-
in
that
that
is the heart of the
situation,
question.
Right.
I would sit down
Yeah.
and I would break down their hourly
Yeah.
wage when they're including their tips.
Yeah.
And say you made $40 an hour this week.
Right.
What's your
Right.
beef?
Right. Right. It's true. It's like it's
So yeah, that
it's
1 hour
people-
they're not going to make money because they don't have any customers. But when that place gets full, they're making all sorts of money and they're making $60 an hour.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that is,
Yeah, right.
but that is where that
that mentality.
animosity comes
Yeah.
from.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've only worked at a place where you roll silverware when you're done.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause for us, we don't want you in the kitchen rolling silverware when then you get a table
Right.
and
And
you
you're
don't
not
fucking
paying
see them
attention.
because you're in there
Yeah.
rolling silverware on
Yeah.
your cell phone the whole time.
Right. Yeah,
And
and
that's
then
why the hosts do it.
there's so many different. I mean, right, we're on this rolling silverware topic just because that's
just-
kind of the basic.
That's the only side word
basic
that comes to
101,
mind.
right?
People agree
Yeah.
football
But like, I've worked at places where, you're right. They had to do it at the end of the shift. They couldn't do it during. I've worked at places where, like, for us, like we do it during, but we have a wait station where you could literally see the entire restaurant. So you're not in the back rolling silverware, not paying attention. And then I've worked at places where they've. Like you had a guest count on your cash out report, and you had to roll that many rolls of silverware for your guest count. So that makes you accountable for just what you've done.
Yep.
Like there's so many different things, but again, where do you draw the line to say this is not my job? When in reality, you're a server working for tips. And it's not just walking up to the table, taking an order, and dropping off the food. It's so much more than that.
But a lot
and
of time they don't even drop off the food. They have a food
Right, they have
runner.
a food runner. Yeah. So it's
So
like
what are they really doing? They're just writing down an order, going to the computer, and
Yep.
typing it in,
right.
and then running the beers over or
Right.
the drinks over.
It's so much more than that. And some people don't believe that. They don't think that they need to do the extra work because they don't think it's part of their job, when in reality it's so much more than that.
But there's so many things that you could say. I mean, you could say to a bartender, at the end of the night, they're not going to cut fruit.
Right.
Why not? Well, I'm not getting tipped for it.
Right. And I think a lot of people I feel like this is a common thing too where you do say you do an hourly rate for your bartender's pool, and then somebody comes in and they set up at they come in and they set up the bar and they're here for an hour before, and then you open and they're like, well, I don't get paid that 1 hour before we open because they don't they're not making money. Like there's no one here to tip them, so they're not making money. So they're like, well, I'm not getting paid to come in an hour early and set up. Well, you are. It's your hourly rate, but again, you just don't see it because it gets taxed and it doesn't go in your check and like all this stuff. So I feel like that's always a problem too. Like I used to work across the street at San Diego's, and the upstairs bar opened at 5. I came in at 4, and I pooled my tips with somebody else that came in an hour later, and so. That's just part of the gig. Like you have to come in and set up. You have to come in and cut the fruit and roll this over and set up your bar and like whatever. Just because you're not getting tipped in the hourly rate for that 1 hour doesn't mean you're not getting paid. It's just like people complain. Like I've had a few people complain about it, and it's like, really, like, then what do you want? Like, what do you want? This place to be completely set up for you when you come in?
The point that person should take home is, if you think they're asking you to do something that's I don't know, what do you say?
Out of their job description?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Unreasonable.
Unreasonable. You quit and go work somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I think it's hard for people at this table to wrap their heads around because you're all nice people. But there are
It depends who you ask.
but there are shitty business owners out there that will take advantage of it.
Well, that's what I mean. If you think you're getting taken advantage of, go work somewhere else. You'll be surprised at how many people have left my employ to go work somewhere else.
I'm not surprised.
And then but then they come back and say,
Wow, it wasn't so bad.
you know,
Yeah.
do you know what they expect me to do at that other place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And there's a certain amount of personal responsibility on the other person. Is like, and this was, I think, one of the best things I ever learned working any job was to look at your boss and go, "No, I'm not doing that."
Right.
And then they can fire you. But like, you have to have that standard of like, I think that's outside my job description. That's not what I signed up for. And I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And if
But
they
again,
fire you,
where do you
they
I think
draw
you're
the
at that
line?
point, then you should just leave the company that you're working for.
I did shortly after.
So there.
Yeah.
I would say, I've never been a bartender. I've been a server, but I would say any bartender, if they said, I don't want to cut fruit, then if you said, okay, well, you'll not have fruit. Because no bartender's going to cut fruit. Now there won't be fruit.
Right.
Every bartender would cut their own fruit to make their own shift easier.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing with
Yeah.
the silverware. Do you
Yeah.
want to run out of silverware and
Right.
have to roll silverware during your shift
Yeah.
per table?
It's setting
or do you
yourself
want to
up
have
for
it all
this-
prepped and
Yeah.
ready to go?
And I think that's all, argumentative, but I agree that they have to do something for their job. I think the question was,
More of like the
Is
outside
mowing the
stuff.
lawn-
Right. Yeah.
to me, that's way
yeah.
over the top.
Yeah.
So the only one thing I want to say on the garden is the garden growing fresh herbs that they use in the food? Like, maybe they don't have enough kitchen help, and they're looking for an extra body to go. Like, again, that goes back to what I said, which was we have employees at our brewery that do things that are way outside of their scope of their job. For instance, we just had an event at the brewery, and we have people that are packaging the beer, helping to be hosts for the event, and doing things. But you ask, if they say no,
It is what it is.
It is what it is, but you also tell them when they're coming in, hey, listen, this is how the company works. When we do this, we need everyone to do it because we're small.
Right.
And we need everyone to do it. We want to do big things.
Right.
And so is this unreasonable? I suppose it depends on how they asked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Did they give you?
Right.
It's such a tricky situation. That's why I like the question.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people just
I just love that.
kids these days are just fucking lazy and they don't want to fucking do anything. Kids these days, right, Karl?
Kids.
John wants to know: do your non-industry friends vent as much or have work nightmares?
That's a great question.
I don't have friends.
Yeah. I don't think so. Actually, do I have any
I
non-industry
don't talk
friends?
to my
Those people don't sound very interesting.
Those people sound
And I don't
lame.
talk to them
Sleeping
about their
at
dreams.
normal hours.
I know, right? Not going out on day drinking on a
Yeah.
Monday. What's wrong with you people? No, probably not.
Well, you can answer this. Do you have work nightmares?
No, I don't really remember my dreams ever.
Okay.
Oh, so you're lame.
Because you go to sleep drunk every night, Andy.
I want what you're taking.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
It's not sleeping, it's called passing out.
Hey, if I make it to my bed, I went to sleep.
Only if
When
you
I
take
wake
your
up in
shoes
the
off.
closet. Oh, you have to take your shoes off
If you
too?
go to sleep with your shoes on in bed, that's
Yeah.
passing out.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh, wow, did I have it all the time?
Yeah, have you never
You
had
don't
it?
know my life. But I find it different when my non-industry friends are venting,
Yeah.
where I have to be like, they're venting, I need to be a good friend and listen. Because you're just like, this is the most fucking boring conversation. Like, I don't care about Sally in the office who sent
She
out an
stole my
email
Tupperware.
that wasn't supposed to go to you and you got it and she gave you a weird nickname or like, okay, like I get it. It that sucks.
Our
I mean
industry
that too.
stories are just way more entertaining.
The industry stories are like,
Yeah, no one's saying, oh, I walked in the office and some guy thought the phone was a government spy and turn off and try to fight them.
and a little person tried to fight you in the office. That doesn't happen. Like,
No one's kicked a midget strip out of their fucking 9-to-5 job, I'll tell you that
so like the industry ones are just entertaining.
That's true. It
Almost
is
like
very
someone
true.
should have a podcast about it.
Oh, man. I had a nightmare once that I was working, I was waiting tables. This is my favorite waitressing nightmare. Was everyone was getting mad at me because I wasn't getting their drinks fast enough. But it was because the bar was in the middle of the ocean, and I had to take a boat to get to the bar. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys, I have to wait for the boat to go to the bar to get your drinks. And like, I woke up and I was like, that was fucking strange. Why was the bar in the middle of the ocean? I don't know.
And then you peed your pants.
And then I peed my pants. In the closet, because I was passed out drunk.
I've learned a tactic of you can talk to me and I'm zero, like not listening at all, but I know when to say yes, I get it. I've learned that from living with women.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah, or just those moments where like someone stops talking, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm
Oh,
supposed
no,
to say
I-
something
oh,
right now."
I've gotten that down. I think it's a little ADHD fucking settling in there. Sometimes you gotta use your weaknesses to your advantage. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Andy.
see?
Jeffrey, do you have work nightmares?
Like your
Not
kids are...
nightmares. I mean, they're stressors. You know, you just wake up and you're just like, yee, and you're agitated. You know what
It's
you've
too
been
calm
thinking
right
about.
now.
Yeah, along those lines.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I suppose it impacts sleep. I wouldn't call them nightmares. Though.
Yeah. The closest thing I ever had was like I woke up one morning and I'm, going about my morning routine. I'm
Find this fucking
like throwing
shoes
shit,
out
and then also I'm like, why am I fucking mad? I was clearly
angry?
Right.
having an argument in my sleep with someone.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the worst dream I woke up from though was it was after a party night, and I left the light on above my bed, and I woke. The dream was there was a car coming at me driving. I'm driving the car. I'm driving my car. The car's coming at me. That's the headlight. And I couldn't reach the steering wheel or the brake, and I couldn't control the car. And I woke up and I'm like,
That's terrifying.
so I guess I had a nightmare. I don't know.
That's not work related.
Yeah, no.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not discussing my dreams with you people.
Oh my god. I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear him.
That's a whole different podcast.
Heine's
I didn't go to enough psychology classes for that one.
I was going to say there's got to be a leather couch.
And on that, that's last call.
Last call.
Part where we go around the table and people can plug whatever they want. I'm going to start with Jess today.
Oh, fuck. Well, since I know this is probably going to come out before September.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it comes out Thursday.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
Don't look at me.
Saying
Fish
stuff.
has to, edit it by Thursday.
Yeah. Come on, Fish. Get your editing skills up to par. So we have a medium dinner night that's going on here at the New World Tavern. Sandy Waters is a medium, and she talks to people who have passed on. And she's going to be here, and we're going to have a dinner night for it. And you can get tickets on Eventbrite.com. And it should be a lot of fun. I'm interested to see what she has to say. Or what others have. What others have to say that she's going to repeat.
Generally, when you're promoting someone, you don't want to snicker halfway.
No. I was just thinking about
They're great musicians.
What would people that I know
She's
that
had to
passed on
sneeze,
say to
that's
me?
all.
Oh, yeah. Dan, what do you got?
I mean, fucking aliens are here, bros. If you want to come to Southie, you can hang out with the other weird creatures. So come on by, UFOs. Take me with you.
Karl Heine.
Yeah,
I feel like Jeff's ready, so I'm going to let him go last.
He put his,
He put his
ready
glasses on. I'm making
Has he got a speech printed out?
It looks like it.
Maybe.
Let me see. What do you want to do? Let's support local breweries. I know I was at Mayflower Brewery the other day.
Said brewery,
at a
weird.
Yeah, you did.
brewery.
It's our beer.
And they had a lot of locals. What, 25 different local?
29.
29 different local
Oh, that's the
breweries.
haze, the summer haze, right?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
And it was fun.
Was it good?
It was good. And you know what? Support them because they're good people trying to make a living doing fun stuff, and they make some nice product.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Jeffrey, what do you got?
Well, Summer Haze Beer Fest was great. We'll have another one next summer. But at Mayflower coming up next month, since August 12th at the brewery, we're hosting a New England clam bake. So traditional New England clam bake, pound and a quarter lobster, barbecue chicken, clam chowder, steamers, linguiça, onions, roasted peppers, green salad,
Green
watermelon,
salad.
also raw bar with oysters. We'll
Is
also
it a tossed salad?
Jess, you have to pay extra for that.
in the back.
I'm going to dig into my pockets.
But as we say at Mayflower, anything's possible.
Is that your logo?
Tickets are available on Eventbrite. We'll also have Cantina Slims and Mountain Weekend playing some music while you sit around and have food
Get
from
your
the Lobster
salad
Trap
tossed.
in Bourne. We'll be running the clam bake for us. So come on by, and as the promo says, crush some cans and claws.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mayflower
sounds
Brewing,
like fun.
12 Resnick Road, Plymouth.
It seems like you guys have a lot going on at Mayflower Brewery, 12 Resnick Road, including August 20th, Pages and Pints.
Hey!
It's an Inebriart Small Press Expo. It is all self-published, small press authors.
You can come by my manifesto.
Yeah. If it's,
The Mahoney Manifesto.
if it's handwritten on a brown paper bag, that's from Dan.
Obviously,
ode
it's
to aliens.
bar napkins.
But we're going to have a lot of different authors there, everything from children's books to horror to cookbooks to mystery, true crime, wide variety. There's like 20-something authors already signed up. Including
21
Jess's
now.
mom.
I was going to say, is my mom doing it?
Signed up.
Yay!
And we also have a small local bookstore because we want to support local businesses like that.
There's bookstores still?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one right there.
There's like 2.
There's one right down the street.
What's it
but
called?
Borgen's Books.
There's also Book and Sundry down by the water, and there's Book Love down in Pine Hills.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it's free to attend, so you can just show up. And but there are like free tickets on Eventbrite if you need a reminder, and it's gonna be a good time. So
Are you going to put it on TikTok?
yeah, I'm gonna put me reading on TikTok.
That's going viral. The world gets to see the joy we get from you struggling to pronounce words.
Dick run.
You just need to put fish on TikTok and you'll know you'll slay.
Wow, you use the word
I
slay?
have a teenage daughter.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't.
Look at you.
A grown man just frozen in screen. I don't think it's video content.
I think the feed broke. No, he blinked.
So with that, you can email us with your questions, complaints, hate mail, blah, 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 at bartalkcast@gmail.com. You can find us on all social medias at bartalkcast, including TikTok. We're going up on TikTok soon.
Oh, God.
So there's going to be a Bar Talk TikTok, which is super fun to
You
say.
wear a mask
Bar
during day
Talk
drinking.
TikTok.
Bar Talk TikTok. No, it's going to be clips from day drinking.
Oh, God. Yikes.
I mean, this shit's out there already.
I know.
I
I just don't need more people to see it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. So I think that's it.
Word.
Right? Go.
Sure.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye.
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/inebriart to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at inebriart.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at inebriart or at inebriart6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebriart, and all the other shows on the Inebriart Network, which you can find at inebriart.com. Thanks again for listening.